So you've heard of Let Russ Cook, but have you heard of Let Andy Cook? Let Andy Cook is about cookware, apparel, just anything that just comes my way. Like this, a strainer. It's calm. It's just easy to use and everything, and then all of a sudden you have, and then here's a can opener. A can opener is good for using cans. I always find myself in need of opening a can on a daily basis. And here we have just a bowl good for mixing salad-wise, just using anything that you could just pour in here. And then here you actually have Tupperware. Tupperware you're going to be using for just bringing your food to work. And here you have even more Tupperware, but this Tupperware is better because this one's a little bit harder plastic. There's no lid or anything. There's just a lot more Tupperware coming in this way. And it's getting really scary. There's a lid that we needed for the last one.
Welcome to the Winter Forecast. It's another week of excellent picking by yours truly. We had a rock solid week last week of, we don't need to go into the specifics of.
We kind of do, just because I won 3 more games than Max. Which puts me 4 over Max.
I really wouldn't be that proud of the week you had.
I'm pretty proud of it.
I swear, ever since we started tracking this on Twitter, our picks have just gotten worse, like week after week.
Fair. Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Except the only difference is that I've picked better. So it doesn't really affect me.
Right. All turns around this week with our first game of the week, Colts versus Titans. I'm sure you're not biased in any way on this.
I'm trying not to be biased. I really had a lot of faith that the Colts would beat the Ravens, but Phillip Rivers had other plans. Phillip Rivers turned over the ball. He had 1 yard in the third quarter up until like the 4-minute mark against the Baltimore defense, which is really a fantastic defense. However, a good quarterback with a good offense should be able to get more than 1 yard for a majority of the second half. The Colts offense will have to turn it up a gear to win this game. Do I believe that they can? Absolutely. I am picking the Colts in this game because I think that the defense is spectacular. I think that the Colts run game is going to be really strong against Derrick Henry, machine, the one and only, just LeBron James-esque, built from a different cloth, just powerhouse of a guy. I really think that the Colts can stop that man, and that Ryan Tannehill does not have swagger. I think that Ryan Tannehill will not be able to compete against our linebackers, against our cornerbacks, against our defensive linemen.
I really admire your confidence. I do. I thought you made a really compelling case for why he'll be able to stop Derrick Henry. You said he was LeBron-esque, like freak of nature, and then you said you'd stop him. So I don't really know. There's some kind of X factor in there that I guess you're not sharing on how you expect it to happen.
Buckner, Autry, and then also Justin Houston.
Okay.
3 big guys against 1 big guy.
So that's math.
Right. Statistics.
Okay. I take it back. That's a solid plan. That's good. Well, I'm going to go with Titans because I don't believe in math. So, that easy. Bengals versus Steelers. Any other week, this would be an easy pick. But as of right now, we don't know if Ben Roethlisberger is going to play.
That is fair. And quarterbacks play a major role in the game. So if Ben Roethlisberger does not play, I think Joe Burrow can lead the way for the Bengals to win this game. However, that's going to be really hard to do when Ben Roethlisberger is also putting up a bunch of points against the Bengals defense, and the Bengals offense has to go against the Steelers defense, which has always proven to outdo or outperform just every team they got against.
I was thinking about this game in my head and about the possible outcomes regardless of whether or not Ben plays. I think if Ben is playing, no brainer that the Steelers have it. But if he's not playing, listen, I think Joe Burrow is better than Ben Roethlisberger right now. I think he's more talented. I think he's got more durability. I think he's more athletic. And that's not to take anything away from Ben Roethlisberger. But I think Joe Burrow is phenomenal. He just doesn't have supporting cast right now. But the reason he's going to lose isn't because of talent. It's just because that Steelers defense is just so gosh darn good. And it doesn't matter if Big Ben's playing or not.
No.
So, with that in mind, I think the Bengals are in the right direction, but you're going to have to wait another year before you beat the Steelers again.
Yeah. Steelers.
A big game coming up. Bucks versus Panthers.
I think this game is going to be really good. I think the Panthers are always exceeding expectations with what they have. But what they have is actually really good. The wide receiver core is just super athletic, just able to go out and get whatever that Teddy Bridgewater can do or throw their way. I think that the Buccaneers, however, don't have a great quarterback. I think that Tom Brady is a little washed. If you saw him against the Saints, he didn't make a lot of great throws, a lot of questionable throws. His arm was a little weak.
There was miscommunication
They're
all over.
I don't think that the Buccaneers really have a very solid quarterback right now. I think I'm going to go with the Panthers this game, just because I believe in Christian McCaffrey, Robbie Anderson.
And there's so much for me to go off of what you just said, and I'm struggling on where to begin. So let me package this how I think you're looking at this game, and how I think a lot of people are looking at this game right now. There is no way around saying the Buccaneers looked like a dumpster fire last week. They did not look good. They were not on the same page. They looked uninspired. They looked like shit. All right, the Panthers turned a lot of heads. All right, they almost pulled it off. And they're a dangerous team. They're a talented team that is significantly underappreciated and consistently overperforming with what you expect they have to work with. The Bucs right now are very cold. Panthers right now, in a lot of people's minds, are hot. They think they're underrated. Everybody's saying the Bucs are overrated. So, of course, you and the rest of the world is going to pick the Panthers this week and think that it's this like really smart pick. Okay, you want to talk about receiving core? All right. Tom Brady, the GOAT, by the way, has Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rob Gronkowski, and now Antonio Brown. You talk about how they weren't on the same page last week, right? Fair, that's a valid criticism. How many days of practice did Antonio Brown have with that team? What, 3 maybe going into that game? These poor plays for the Bucs offense last week. They didn't look good, but I don't think they were the result of a lack of talent. They are just the result of a team that just wasn't there yet with their chemistry, and it's only going to get better. The talent is there. You can't tell me that there's any part of this team that isn't as talented as the Panthers other than maybe the running back position. I think you are like a lot of people this week that are feeling really proud of themselves, picking the Panthers over the Buccaneers, thinking that it's going against the grain, this really smart pick. And it's not. I mean, fine, you can pick them, but it's not like you're picking the Raiders to beat the Chiefs here. Okay.
Oh my God!
All right. Buccaneers. Let's not be cute. All right. It's clearly gonna be the Bucs. Don't waste any more time on this. And now here are our quick picks for the week, and it looks like this is finally gonna be my shining moment to take the lead back from Andy. I mean. Are you ready to go down this week?
I'm going win this week. Look at your picks. They're
great.
They're so bad.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can't argue that. They're so bad.
Real descriptive.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of quarterbacks in Florida who are making headlines this week, one way or another, let's talk about them Dolphins. All right, our first buy or sell of the night. Are we buying into the Miami Dolphins?
I buy into the Miami Dolphins. Ryan Fitzpatrick paved the way for Tua Tagovailoa.
Want to try again? No, say it again.
Tua Tagovailoa? How would you say it?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, there you go. I also have a speech impediment, so that was
No.
Max Winter bullying me live on the winter forecast. A wee little lad named Andy Bachelder
Oh, is that
was apparently I just learned that like less than a year ago. I was just learning how to say my first words. Like as in I hadn't had Tua Tagovailoa. So I was learning how to say my first words At this point, I have not said a single word whatsoever. So I was still like a little baby saying "ooh goo gaga" or whatever babies say.
Yeah. The
Um,
important stuff.
So one day, my mom came to me as I was in my crib and picked me up, and me full of confidence was like, "I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna own it." And I go, "Mama," and then my mom freaked out and got scared and dropped me, and I fell on my head. And that's why I think I have a speech impediment, is because I was so.
It wasn't the brain damage.
No,
It was the trauma.
It was the trauma, not brain damage. I have no brain damage. If anything, I'm the smartest man alive. It's just that I have a fear of talking because I feel like I'm going to get dropped on my head.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. I actually think that I would be such a clear speaker and maybe even president by now.
Yeah.
Who knows if I wasn't.
Well, maybe
just-
do you think if you're like crawling on the floor, like if you're already on the floor, are you more confident in what you have to say because you can't get dropped at that point?
I have not tried that.
Have you considered talking at heights? Does that make it worse?
No, that I have not tried talking heights.
We should try that out.
Okay, so like next episode.
We'll do an episode on top of a building.
Okay.
And we'll do an episode lying in the dirt.
Okay.
And we'll just see.
We'll just see.
We'll just see how it goes.
All right, I think that's very fair.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool.
All right.
That's good.
Cool. All right. So this isn't really a buy or sell. These next few questions aren't really buys or sells. Let's do some winter forecasting. All right.
I like that.
So there's all this hype, all right, about the Bucks and about Antonio Brown. But I want to know, like, this can only end one of two ways. Either it's a disaster, or it is everything that we want it to be, because we know the guy's talented.
Yeah.
All right. So my question for you is, how does this end, and how long does it take to end?
He's currently living with Tom Brady.
He is.
Tom Brady is giving him kisses on the mouth every night before he goes to bed.
As any
That
man
has to build some bond. That has to mean something. Like, they go to bed every single night, they're like, yeah, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. I think that
I love
actually-
you, Tom.
Yeah, I love you, Tom. I think that they will actually pan out together. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to bring that to the field exactly, but I think that it will work out. I think Tom Brady, since he has absolute all control in his own house, like, he will be like, you're going to keep your calm. If you have a bad practice, you're going to go live in, like, our doghouse. Like,
Right.
he has every...
He has the keys.
He has the keys. He has all the power in that
Literally, he
relationship.
has the house keys.
He legitimately has the house keys. Like, Antonio Brown has no power in this. Antonio Brown wanted to be on a football team, so he has to own up. It's a two-way street. I think Antonio Brown will have to live up to those expectations. I think he's actually going to finish the season.
So, you made a really good case for why Antonio Brown should keep his shit together, because he doesn't have power in this relationship, right? And by all logical reasons, that's a good argument. But Antonio Brown doesn't really abide by logic or reason or observances. I don't think he's the most aware guy. So I don't know that the power dynamic is really anything to him. I do think if there's a situation where he'll succeed, it's this, right? And not only is Tom Brady in the position where he has a direct line to the coach, I think Tom Brady is the biggest advocate for Antonio Brown, and I think Tom Brady is the only reason Antonio Brown's on this team right now. I think he's his number one fan and his number one advocate. I liken this situation to Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens back in 2003, 2004. It was right in between those seasons. They played with each other in the Pro Bowl, okay?
Okay.
Terrell Owens, I believe, was on the 49ers. Man, I hope I'm getting this right. He was on the 49ers, all right, playing out of his mind. And Donovan McNabb and him played together in the Pro Bowl. They were hamming it up, loved each other, and soon enough, they were on the same team, and everyone was like, this is magic. You got lightning in a bottle right here. And you know what? That's exactly what it was. For the first year and a half, all right, it was great. And then the relationship soured. You know, it doesn't matter how much good chemistry you have, after a little bit of time, slip-ups happen. They just happen. What determines your relationship in the long term between quarterback and receiver isn't how much chemistry you have. It's how you handle it when that chemistry fails you. All right, and that's gonna happen inevitably somehow at some point between
That was
Antonio
really
Brown
smart of you.
and every once in a while I get something out
Yeah.
there. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen eventually with Tom
Mhm.
Brady and Antonio Brown at some point. I'm not worried about what we saw last week. That's their first game together. They'll get that. The talent, the connection, it'll be there.
Mhm.
They'll be spectacular. But in the long run, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna last. I think it's gonna burn up. Now, does that happen this season though? I don't think necessarily. I think they can hold out the season. Next season, it's gonna be an absolute dumpster fire.
We'll see next
It's
season.
gonna be a mess.
We'll see next
Oh,
season.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Until then, though, they've got a shot. If they
Okay.
keep doing all the right things, they've got a shot for a little while. So it's been an interesting election cycle. Been an interesting 4 years. And if there's anything that I've learned over the past 4 years, is that America loves spectacle. All right, above all else. Kanye West got 60,000 votes this election year. All right. And listen, I'm not saying don't vote third party. That is, we can have that conversation if you want, like, so be it. I'm happy you voted. This means that over 60,000 people either got up or filled out their mail-in ballot, and just for the sake of the argument, at least a good portion of the 60,000 people got up, got in their car, went to the polls to write in Kanye West. Donald Trump may be gone. Kanye West may be gone for now. But this fixation of absolute wild cards isn't going anywhere. And so after the hellscape of a year that we've had, I can't help but wonder who is going to be the next out of left field celebrity to run for president. And how will they do? Carol Baskin. All right? Why not?
No.
Listen. At a certain point, all right, she doesn't.
Please, no one vote for Carol.
Why not?
She killed her husband.
And
Oh, you can't elect someone who's murdered someone.
presidents kill people all the time.
Okay, but like
all
not
the
before
time.
they're
Like,
elected.
Literally all the time.
Not before they're
Are
elected.
you telling me that Donald Trump hasn't, like, to some degree killed someone? Like, maybe, like, there's, like, 3 waves of separation, but, like, come on.
Okay, 3 ways of separation.
I bet Joe
That's
Biden's
right.
killed someone. Like,
Oh.
to some, there's been degrees
Oh.
of separation.
No, hold on.
When there's that much power, at some point along the road, like, you have done something to result in someone's death somehow or another. Also, like, so what? She killed her husband. Like, that's a boss move.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah?
Lady Gaga.
Ooh, okay.
Big supporter of Joe Biden. Really into
Sure.
politics.
Yeah.
Big following after her movie.
Ratatouille.
No, the other one. No. On the
Monsters,
right track.
Inc.
No.
That's a good one,
No,
though.
she's in it. She.
In the shallows.
Yeah, that one.
Country star?
Oh, what's it called?
Country. No.
No.
I just figured it out. I just remembered it. Do you want to play charades?
No. All right. Actually, yeah. No. Actually, no. I want you to place your rates. Ear, like
No. Come on.
low. Right. Are you spelling it your way or star? A Star is Born.
Okay, so Lady Gaga. Okay, sure. I tell you, you know how you're supposed to, like, decorate the White House? Although maybe that's for the first spouse. So maybe that's not fair of me to assume she'd decorate the White House. I'm just saying if she wanted to, she'd make that shit pop.
Oh,
That'd be
so
amazing. So I see Lady Gaga. Alright, I'm about that.
yeah.
Carol Baskin versus Lady Gaga, I'm all for it. My other dark horse candidate, Guy Fieri. Okay.
No.
Well, listen, there's already a petition out there with hundreds of thousands of signatures wanting to rename Columbus as Flavortown. Okay, so the guy has already won the will of the people. Alright, he's already in the public eye. Alright, he's already got great branding, like those frosted tips. Forget about red hats, alright? This guy has it on his head. Alright, it's glued
Yeah.
to it's a part of him.
Fair.
Alright? And also, he's just a wholesome dude.
Very wholesome. Has a lot of cooking
Amer-
shows.
Just, good food, family values, and flamboyant colors. I mean, what is more American than Guy Fieri. And shit, he's got my vote already.
Oh.
Guy Fieri,
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin, Lady Gaga.
Hmm.
So there's a segment that we had been planning to start about 4 weeks ago, and it was going to be all about this idea of who's going to get fired before Adam Gase, right? Terrible head coach. The Jets are not looking good. It's not looking pretty. But we just figured, listen, this is going to be like a 2-week investment, all right?
Yeah.
We're going to be like, who's going to get fired before Adam Gase? And right when it airs, he's going to get fired. All right, well, clearly this guy just is not going to lose his job. It's just not going to happen. So rather than trying to make a prediction about when he's going to lose his job, we're just going to do a weekly check-in, weekly status, and call this segment, Is Adam Gase Fired Yet? So this week, no,
No.
Adam Gase is not fired yet. All right, that's it for the winter forecast. We'll see you next week for another slew of great games and great picks by yours truly. You can make sure to get your kitchen appliances from LetAndyCooks.com. Make sure to click the link below in the description to get your subscription. It's going to be about $10.99 a week, but it's definitely worth it. High quality cooking equipment. We'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.